Welcome back to AZ Off Grid. It is March 13th, 2021. It's just after 3 p.m. And look at all the snow we got. It's been snowing all day since I woke up this morning. And this is, it just stopped, literally, like 20 minutes ago. I walked out here, cleared off that little path. It just stopped snowing. It's just been falling and compacting all day. It's a pretty fluffy, light snow. Had about 3 inches this morning, and I think we've got a total, after compaction, about 4 inches now. So, yeah, it's just been, it's been falling all day. This is the first moment the sun has peeked through the clouds all day. So, for yesterday's video, I tried to upload it half the day, all night long. This morning, could not get it to upload. Just the, I think the storm, along with the already really poor signal quality that I have right now as it is, I just could not upload the video. So, you will see yesterday's video and today's video will be uploaded when I get back home. So again, today's Saturday. I was planning on leaving Monday, but Mother Nature has won. I will probably be leaving this evening when it cools down. It's probably about, I don't know, the thermometer inside says it's like 30, 31 degrees out here right now. But I think it's probably a little warmer than that. It sure feels warmer than that. My icicles are melting. So it's got to be probably 33, 35 degrees. My guess. So, yeah, so I was going to leave Monday. Problem is, for one, I haven't been able to get out and do any work on anything because it's just been storming so much. And, so I'm not really getting anything done. I'm feeling a little better today as far as my, my sinus infection and all that crap going on. It's been going on for a while. I don't know what it is this year. Maybe it's because I'm getting older. I don't know. It started in November. Ironically enough, right around election time. Anyways, I got a cold. I caught a cold. Not the new flu, but a cold. And my sinus is all clogged up, and I got an infection, so I got some antibiotics. And I told the doc, I did a telemed call because I didn't want to go in and wait for hours and hours and hours and all that BS. So I told the lady that regular old antibiotics, they just don't work for me. My body doesn't respond to them or whatnot. I told her I needed a really strong antibiotic to kill infection. I'm 41 years old. I know my body. I've been doing this many, many years now. I know what works and what doesn't work for me, but needless to say, she did not take my advice, and she prescribed me, forget what the heck it's called. It's that common weak form of antibiotic. I can't remember what it's called. But, of course, it didn't work. So, a month later, contacted him again. Said, hey, like I said, it didn't work. It wasn't going to work. It didn't work. I need something stronger. So, prescribed me something else. It's supposedly stronger than what they prescribed me, and it didn't work either. So, I still have a sinus infection since November. Pretty crazy, huh? Yeah, so that's what I've been dealing with for the last 4 months. It really sucks. And I'm like so far beyond over it. So when I get back, I will once again call up the docs and let them know that they keep prescribing me this bullshit weak antibiotic that my body doesn't respond to. And they need to give me something with some serious firepower. So we'll see. We will see. Man, it is bright out here and I don't have my sunglasses. Wow. I can't even see the screen on my phone. I'm using my phone right now. I didn't want to bring my high dollar camera out here because when I first walked out here it was still snowing. But is this thing still recording? I can't even tell. Sure looks like it. Yeah, so, but yeah, I'm starting to feel a little better today than I have been feeling. Ironically, I gotta leave. But yeah, I was gonna stay till Monday. Wasn't expecting all of this crap. But here it is. So the issue is tomorrow, Sunday, it's supposed to be sunny for pretty much the whole entire day, and it's gonna warm up to the high 40s, low 50s, which means all of this light, fluffy snow is all going to melt, and the ground is going to turn into a massive mud bog. And I do not want to be driving through all that mud for the next 17 miles, and I don't want to tear up the road out here and make things harder on the permanent residents out here. So I've learned my lesson after being here for almost 6 years. You just don't drive on it when it's really wet, because it messes the road up, and the road only gets graded like once a year, if that. And when it does get graded, no offense if you ever watch this, but you really don't do a very good job. So anyways, yeah, so I gotta leave out of here while everything's still frozen and dry-ish. Hey, where'd you go, dog? There you are. She's having a blast in the snow right now. She's been cooped up in the trailer for pretty much 24 hours. And I think at this point she doesn't even care that she's in the snow. Anyways, the ground is actually still wet underneath, but it's not like, it's on the verge of becoming muddy. It's really, really, really damp. Yeah, you want to dig there? Photo bomb. Look at you. Anyways, so the temperature's gonna drop here a little bit later, and hopefully it'll stiffen that up a little bit. It'll allow me to drive all the way out of here without tearing up the road. I did a few hours ago take the truck just to see how the road was, because it's been parked here for the last 3 or 4, probably 4 days. 5 days? 5 days? Yeah. I drove over there, turned around, and it's getting windy. I took the road out, my driveway out, and then took the road out, it was about 5-6 miles. It goes to the main road out here on the ranch, just to see how the road was, see if I was tearing it up, which I wasn't. Really didn't see any dirt behind me in my tracks. It was all pretty much snow. I took it all the way out to the main road, and I wanted to see if anybody else had driven on the main road, which they have. And the main road didn't look like it was really torn up from others driving on it. So I came back, and then it really started blasting snow for about an hour and a half. And then it started to lighten up, and then I came outside. So that's where we are. And some places the snow is like 5 or 6 inches. Some places it's 3, 4 inches. It just depends on how it's compacting. It's perfect snowball snow right here. It's the perfect snowball snow. It compacts nicely. It's awesome. Ooh, that's cold. Anyways, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have to kind of shut down camp here in a little bit and close everything up, put everything away, and probably leave out of here. If I don't leave out of here this evening, after it cools off a little bit, I'll leave out of here early tomorrow morning, when I know everything will absolutely be frozen. I got down, well, when I went to sleep last night, which was about midnight, it was down to 18 degrees, which is not super cold out here, but that's plenty cold enough that if it's that cold throughout the night, when I leave here early in the morning, everything will be frozen. So, the tires on the truck. First time I've driven in the snow in these tires, because they're new tires. I've never owned these tires before, this brand of tire. And again, they are the Goodyear Wrangler Duratrax. Come on, dog, give us a break. Goodyear Wrangler Duratrax, if you can see that. And I don't even know if you can see this, but this is the tread pattern on these tires. And these right here and these little squiggly lines make these tires really great in the snow and the ice. I'm telling you right now. When I took the truck out earlier to test out the road for a good 6 miles, I left it in 2-wheel drive just to see if I was going to slip. 2-wheel drive, I didn't even lock the rear, because this does have a locking rear. I did not lock the rear. 2-wheel drive. And essentially when you're in 2-wheel drive, it's kind of like being in 1-wheel drive in these trucks because of the differential. I made it all the way out through all the snow, 6 miles out to the main road. Did not slip once. These tires are amazing for the snow and the ice, and I got a feeling they're going to be pretty good in the mud too. I just have a feeling. But absolutely, the tires that were on here that came from the dealership when I bought this truck, the Michelin street tires, could not have done that. Could not have done that, because there's several hills between my place and the main road on the ranch. Several hills, steep hills. So, yep, these are really good tires so far. Don't have a problem with them. So anyways, it is beginning to snow again. As we stand here, it is starting to snow. Awesome. Man, this is like the perfect snow too. Wish my kids were out here. They'd be loving this. Especially my little guy. He would be having a blast. It's like the fluffiest, lightest snow. Anyways, I had to run the generator today for a little bit, because when I got up this morning, actually, I let it go for a while. I could hear the alarm on my inverter going off, but I was not in the mood to come out here this morning. Just wasn't feeling it, so so I just let the alarm continue. I knew I was low on voltage, battery voltage. But I finally came out here, I don't know, around 10:30, 11, something like that. And I was down to 12 volts on the battery. So I had to kick on the generator and get the battery going. Right now we're getting a little bit, these clouds are just messing with the sun, and plus it's almost 4. We're still getting about 400 watts. Right now we're still in bulk mode. Oh, here comes the sun right there, huh? A little bit of power. Anyways, we probably won't get into float because that sun's going to disappear, I think, here in just a little bit. But I'll probably have to throw the generator on a little bit later. Man, I can almost smell. I haven't been able to smell or taste since November, and I can almost smell right now. This is awesome. It's my curse. This door, I gotta get a new door on this thing. This is an interior door that's been on here for the last 5 years. Man, it has taken a beating. Look how warped it is. It's warped down here at the bottom and up at the top. And this is not a common size. I had to actually trim the door a little bit. I think it was on that side right there. I had to trim it a little bit because I wasn't planning on using this door. I was going to make a door when I built this little room here. But I had this in my garage and I wasn't using it, so I figured, what the hell. So I had to trim the door to fit. So I can't really get a door for this. I can get another one of these, but of course it'll just do this. Ultimately, I'd like to have a nice metal door on here, but don't really make them, and I don't want to spend that kind of money on a door for this crappy little building. So I'll probably end up making a door for it here at some point in the future when all this weather goes away. Look at these cool icicles on my little shower room. Check those out. Those are cool. Very cool, very cool. Not a whole lot of snow made it in here. There was a little bit, you can see where it's a little wet right here. And back, there's still a little bit right there, but that was it. So, not too bad. Oh, yeah, things are starting to melt off. This is probably not be a good time for me to leave right this minute. And the water, yeah, even the water inside this at the very bottom is liquid, so it's too warm yet to leave. I'll have to wait a little bit. But yeah, if I don't leave this evening, I'll leave tomorrow morning really early. And I won't get stuck, but I won't tear up the road. That's my biggest concern. Yeah, so I didn't get to finish the little shower room here. Kind of a bummer. I didn't get what I actually came here to get done. I got one thing done that I came here to do, which I didn't record because it's kind of unique to my property and I don't want people to see it because you'll know where my property is if you see it. So, but I got that done like a week ago. Where are you going, dog? What are you doing? Crazy. Don't jump on me. Crazy. You're going crazy. Yeah, the wind is jamming now. You see the clouds moving by the sun there. Moving pretty quick. It was supposed to be snowing right now. I think it was supposed to snow until about 5:30, 6 p.m. And then it was supposed to come out, the sun was supposed to come out briefly at 6. And then the weather was supposed to kind of taper off once the sun went down. That's what happened last night. That's what happens typically at night here. It's really weird. Like the weather gets crazy from like late morning through the afternoon here. And then at night, everything clears up and you can see all the stars. And then early in the morning, it comes right back and wreaks havoc for the rest of the next day. That's just how it is here. I don't know why. But, yeah. Starting to snow again. So, I'm going to get off here, guys. Pretty irritated that I didn't get to really work on my wood stove in there. Pretty irritated about that, but whatever. It's not like I'm going to use it this year. A couple more months and it'll all be thawed out here, and won't need it till next year anyway. So I will have plenty of time to get it done before next year. I got another little spurt of vacation coming up in, I think, July or something like that. So I'm going to try to come up here for at least a week and a half, something like that. And I think during that time I am going to finish shoring up the underside of the cabin with all these piers. And I might even put a skirt on this thing just to keep the weather out of it. It's snowing again. Anyways, get all the piers taken care of, which I really kind of wanted to do before I started messing around and putting all that weight in the corner over there with the stove and the hearth and all that. But yeah, I'll get all that done. I'll finish off the wood stove, get that taken care of. I may even insulate the whole dang thing. Who knows? This thing actually has pretty good insulative properties as it is without any insulation. You've got this layer of siding, you've got vapor barrier, and you've got another 7/16 layer of OSB. I mean, if you put some heat in this thing, it stays in there pretty good. It doesn't take long to heat up. So on the flip side, when it's warm here in the summer, like say June, it'll get down to like 60 degrees, 50 degrees out here at night. Yeah, 50s, 40s, high 40s, 50s. And then you come out here in the day and you open this thing up, let's say 10, 11, when it's already like 75, 78 degrees out here, it's still like 60 degrees, 50 degrees in there. It just holds the temperature pretty well. So I'm sure when I insulate it, it'll be way, way better than it is now. Anyways, yeah, so I'm going to start closing up shop here. Take the water heater off the back and throw that in the shipping container. Take my kid's little Power Wheel. I brought it up here because it's just been taking space up in my garage at home. And the battery on it is shot. It's dead. So he hasn't been able to use it for several months. So I'm bringing it up here. I'm going to get a new battery for it so it'll work. And then he can put a round on it up here. He's almost going to outgrow the dang thing. He's growing so big like a weed. So anyways, yeah, just pack up some of this stuff, lock everything up, and then I'm going to get out of here again either this evening or tomorrow morning. And probably won't be back up here until a long weekend in April. Yeah, so alright guys, that's gonna do it for this trip. It wasn't what I was hoping for, but it is what it is. So you guys take care, stay warm, and I'll see you guys in the next video.